It's time to start on our long path to 78 Herblore. I need 78 Herblore so that I can go get a botanical pie and boost to 82 Herblore. I need 82 Herblore to make weapon poison ++, and I need weapon poison ++ so I can poison, well, lots of things, but for now, iron darts. But once I've got the Herblore level, I will have a repeatable source of the weapon poison, so I won't have to worry about this in the future. I'm not going back to Scorpia every single time I need to poison something. Now, getting 78 Herblore on an iron is no small feat, as you might know if you've ever played an Ironman. Just getting 70 for Song of the Elves is hard enough, and I have to more than double that level. So I'm going to be doing a variety of methods. Mainly, it's going to be the tried and true is always going to be the herb runs. So that's going to be my primary, is trying to do as many herb runs as I can. But in between herb runs, I will try to boost my herb supply in other ways. So I'm going to go up to 60 Slayer for Aberrant Specters. I might go ahead and woodcut in Fossil Island to get fossils I can trade in for lamps. If there's any achievement diaries I can do, any quests that give Herblore XP. Basically, long story short, I'm doing anything I can, scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yes, I will harvest nightshade and poison ivy berries if that will give me potions that I can make. Anything I can do. So, without further ado, let's start. Episode 7. I'm unlocking RuneScape gear, one tier at a time. Starting in Tier 1, we have to get everything in the game that has a stat bonus up to +1. I can't wear anything better until we move on to higher tiers. From forgotten items to grueling grinds, join me as I try to collect it all in Gear Locked. Starting right off, we're in the middle of what lies below. There is an unlock that comes into my inventory right in the middle of the quest. That's the beacon ring. It is a quest item, but you get to keep it afterwards, and it gives a small magic offense and defense. But with that said, this should be quest complete. There we go, 8,000 runecraft and 2,000 defense XP. Very nice. But the main thing is the beacon ring, which is my best in slot for magic. My only other ring that gives any stats is the explorer ring, which is a +1 prayer. That's the beacon ring in the bank, along with all those unlocks from last episode. As you can see, we have I think it's called time tracking reminder or something. It will update me anytime the herb patch is ready, anytime the birdhouse is ready, but we are at the library to get some random lamps if we can. But first, the information clerk's got a little bit of XP for us in mining and crafting. Not what I'm going for right now, but I'll take it. But what about Historian Minus? I know what lies below gives you some kudos and I think a lamp. He wants evidence? I have this diary, but I guess it's not what he wanted, because he's asking for something from the Varrock library. It looks like I've got to go find some book in the library. I'll do that later. All right, we are harvesting our first patch that was ultra composted. We got a nice 10 Renara weeds. I'll take that. That's another big piece of the puzzle, is keeping up the ultra compost on all of our patches as much as possible. So we're going to be in Fossil Island quite a bit. I don't think I was underselling how important is Fossil Island. Not only is it giving us the fossils and the ultra compost, it's also giving us seeds for farming contracts through the birdhouse runs, plus secondaries for the bird nests. In other words, I wouldn't say this grind would be impossible without Fossil Island, but it would be considerably more tedious and slow. But that is 68 farming, which unlocks palm trees. Nice. Trying to do a birdhouse run without any logs. That's not going to work. Alright, now we have the logs. We can go ahead and do the birdhouse run. I forgot the hammer and chisel. I swear I'm not that bad at this game. I've done birdhouse runs before. Birdhouse run waits for no one. Zanuck has not followed me to Fossil Island. That's her bad. I must do a birdhouse run.
Level up, completed.
There's 4,500. But now we're back to the quest, Death of the Dorgesh-Kaan. That is a weird animation, but I guess we broke it. That's gotta be quest complete, isn't it? What else? Oh, we have to go tell the head of the tribe or something. Alright, so now we got a cutscene here. And there it is, quest complete, 2k thieving and ranged. Now, there was a reason why I did this quest. And that is because my next item can only, as far as I know, can only be gotten from this underground city over here, Dorgesh-Kaan. Raildak over here sells 3 items, and they are all made of frog leather, which I did not know you can make leather out of frogs. I guess you have snake leather, so frog leather would work too, although I don't have coins, and this is not a charity apparently, so I will go get some from the bank. So yeah, the frog leather legs are actually going to be my best in slot in this tier for ranged. Climbing boots are obviously better for melee, but for ranged, this will be best. As you can see there, it gives a little bit of defenses across the board, and plus +2 range accuracy. So not a lot, but I'll take it. Of course, we have to do the ceremonious placement of the new item into the bank. And there we go. Starting a new row. Check out what the full range setup looks like. Do we have anything else for ranged? Oh yeah, gotta take out the beads of the dead. That's how it all began. That gives us a +5 range. +2 range strength. I think that's just from the darts. Yeah, I mean, it's not like top tier gear, but it's slowly increasing. That's really all I can ask for. But back to our melee setup. Kind of like this look. This should be our best in slot melee. We have +3 accuracy, +5 melee strength, and obviously the RPG gives us better speed. 3-tick weapon. A couple mobile clips here. When we empty this birdhouse, that is 50 hunter. We can now hunt eclectic implings. All right. While I'm here, I am also gonna mine some of these rocks for the ultra compost, volcanic rocks. I don't know what they're called. Volcanic sulfur used for making ultra compost. If you don't know, the way it works is it's proportional to your mining level. So you either get, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 every time you mine. Right now, you see they're stackable. Right now I have 3, 3, 4, and then when I get the next one, it's going to go up to 3, 3, 6 because I'm getting 2 at a time. However, I just got level 52 mining. Look closely at the volcanic ash, and it went up by 3. So that is a 50% increase in how quickly I can get ultra compost ready. So that's amazing. 69 farming for quadruple maple roots. I've always wanted quadruple maple roots. No, I don't even know what you use them for. Let's check another birdhouse run. Sorry if it's getting repetitive, but that is 51 hunter. And now we can hunt. There's something at 51. I'm sure there's something. What is that? Oh, this is for the common tench. I am going to be heading to mulch soon to get that fish sack. So now I can get the second tier fish there. I definitely have the fishing level for it, right? 67 fishing. Yeah. So I can get the bluegill and the common tench once I go over there. Awesome. Awesome. I will take it. Beginner Clue has a rune scimitar ornament kit of the Zamorak variety. Cool. I mean, it's just going to sit in the bank, but it's cool. That's 6 out of 16 beginner uniques at this point. Pretty good for 28 clues. Making some compost potions. That's 54 herblore. Compost potions can be added to regular compost to make super compost, and then you can add in the volcanic ash directly to the super compost to make ultra compost. So it's all a big circle. Maybe circle's the wrong word, but anyway. Now that we have 54 herblore, I may as well clean up all the quarms I have banked. Got a bit over 100 quarms farmed, and now I can clean them all. It definitely didn't get us a level, but got a pretty significant amount of XP, maybe 10% of the level. And you can see we're just starting to stack up the herbs. Sitting here at Ammonite Crabs, training up the melees a bit, and hoping to get some fossils. We are about to get a strength level.
Level up.
There it is,
Completed.
60 strength. This birdhouse
Level
gives
up.
us 55 hunter for saber-tooth coyotes. I wonder if I can do the diary. That would be the Fremenic medium, probably. No, need to travel to Miscellanea by ferry ring. I swear, at least half of the diaries, of medium especially, are locked behind fairy rings, so not going to get very far in those. Alright, Dunstan, I would like to finish the quest. Thank you very much. Nothing too special from Troll Stronghold, but it is a prerequisite for a couple of Herblore reward quests, including making friends with my arm's big adventure, and Edgar's ruse. So apparently this quest requires an unfinished Renar potion, and I don't have any Renars in the bank, but I do have a key. I do have a grubby key, and it's like a 1 in 10 to give me Renars. So let's see if we're lucky. No such luck, not this time. Alright, maybe I'll go to Elder Chaos Druids instead. See how that goes. Never mind, it was going too slow. Their defense level is too high. However, there is a chest in the Isle of Souls that I can pickpocket, and it's only a 1 out of 20 to get a Renar there. You can get it's like Woms, Marantils, Lanzadimes, and Renars. It's a very odd loot table. We just gotta run through a few blue dragons, and then we should be home free. There's an Addy Sim, but finally we did get the Renar. This chest is very annoying because whenever you fail, there's a chance that it will tell you out and you gotta run all the way back in. But eventually, we did get it. And now we can go back to the quest. Get up the inventory a little bit, dump everything in the bank I can, alch some of these items, and we can make our unfinished Renar potion. Now we can really go back to the quest. Alright, what else do we need? Chicken, grain, and some logs. Shouldn't be too difficult. Otherwise, we are all set. Okay, there's Edgar's ruse done for 11,000 Herblore XP. Wow, it didn't even get us a level, but it did get us quite close to 55. I guess I'll have to take it. And during the feud, I got a blackjack, which is actually one of our unlocks. A simple oak blackjack. There's the quest complete. 15,000 thieving and an oak blackjack I get for free, which is an unlock. And 63 thieving.
Completed.
On to the other quest that was unlocked from Troll Stronghold, My Arm's Big Adventure. He's going to tell us a secret about herbs. How much XP is that secret worth? Oh, 10,000. I will take it. And another 5,000 farming XP to boot. That's 55 Herblore for super strength potions. We can now take those quarms and actually make potions out of them. I have to see how many limports we have in the bank, but we have been farming them. Most patches we do herbs, limports, and snapegrass. So we got an easy casket here. Anything interesting? Inventory's too full. I was in the middle of working on making some jade necklaces so I can teleport around more easily. But once I make those, since they consume 2 items each, I will have a decent amount of inventory space, and then I can open the clue. We got a Bob shirt. That's good for elite clues, I suppose. And Felderpill's teleport. I won't say no to any teleports, I guess. See how the Bob shirt looks since it doesn't have any stats. It looks like a shirt. Although it is called a blue shirt. I'm not really seeing any blue. Maybe it's blue in grayscale. Yet another birdhouse hunter level. 5600 does not unlock anything. Went to Guardians of the Rift for some lore runes. Got 62 runecraft and 10 pulls at the Guardian chest. Let's see what we got. Ooh, pearls right off the bat. Blood runes. Some nature runes, water runes. Nice thing is now that I did Troll Stronghold, I can actually craft lore runes in GOTR and out of GOTR, I guess. So I don't have to rely on getting them from the reward guardian. 46 pearls is pretty nice from 10 pulls. So we're up to 120 lore runes. Not gonna last forever, but it will stave us off for a little bit, I guess. We just got a giant squirrel. Look at that XP. That's 71,000 XP. 46 agility. Yeah. I've never got any pet. I have a few pets on the main. I don't think I've ever gotten any pet this early. I mean, for reference, I don't even know the rates. I'm not even looking them up now, but it's generally like a 50-50 to get a skilling pet by 99. Something like that. Oh, here. There's the rate. I wrote it down in the chat. 1 out of 36,800. I did not do 36,800 laps here. Actually, I didn't. I did 93. That's insane. I wish I'd gotten it on camera, but obviously I had no intention of getting the giant squirrel. I had no expectation of it. Well, that's cool. We have a pet now. To give a little bit of context here, the reason why I'm training agility has nothing to do with Herblore, actually. It's for a different unlock. 2 out of 5 pieces of the rogue set are actually in tier 2, and you need 50 agility to get there. So I'm training it here, and lo and behold, we got a pet. And there's 47 agility. We can now do one of that's probably the last Trollheim. It says Trollheim hard thing. Gotta head over back to Falconry. You might remember it from tier 1. Well, we gotta go here to get the Gloves of Silence. And it might help me a little bit for thieving master farmers. I think it's about half as good as the Artie Cloak. So I can't get past Artie Cloak number 1 until tier 10. Oh, but the thing is, yeah, so whatever. It's probably not worth it, actually, because then you give up your chance of getting double loot, or you give up part of that chance with not being able to wear the rogue's gloves. And I got way more than enough dark fur here. We're going to take it to the fancy dress. I think it's called the fancy dress seller. Something that doesn't sound right. We go to Southeast Varrock. The reason I got so much fur is because the gloves actually are not permanent. They degrade over time. So I figured, why don't I just fill up the inventory and get some fur clothing here. So we can get a bunch of dark kebbit stuff turned into Gloves of Silence. And we can get a spotted cape as well, which is another tier 2 unlock. And that one actually reduces our run. So pretty cool stuff. Not useless, not the same, just with a cosmetic difference. We're looking interesting. Got 12 permits at Castle Wars, permit tickets. And we can buy each of these things cost 10. There's a Castle Wars cloak and hood of the blue and red variety. We need all 4 of these. But in Castle Wars, you can sell back for the full price. So I can just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And we'll get all the collection logs. And that's all that we need. Just for completeness sake, we can stick each one in the bank and have a placeholder for each thing. Alright, sell this back and we can keep the Zammy hood. A lot of the other items cost between like 20 and 100 tickets. There are some that are even more expensive than that. Try to get an outfit together that will match the spotted cape look, I guess. And the Zami cloak. I'm not sold on it. Looks the wrong shirt to have a wizard look like hood up. Let's check this teak tree and the other teak tree as well.
Level
That
up,
is 72
completed.
farming. Unlocks calquats. Back to agility. We are getting close to 50. Awesome.
up,
49. One
completed.
level away. That one unlocks a couple random shortcuts. Nothing too crazy. But now we are about to get the 50 agility done.
Level up,
Awesome. Okay,
completed.
that's enough running laps for now. We can go ahead and get our rogue equipment. If only I could get the whole set, that would be nice. We've got 63 thieving, so that's not an issue. All right, Brian or Richard, tell me about this wild obstacle course you've got. The obstacle course of death. Got a crazy face in the chat. The chat head. I won't let me take the squirrel in. I guess it's for its own safety. Okay, we got our first crate. Amazing. That was my first try, first crate. That's awesome. Make sure we get the right option here. The rogue equipment. We have to get the boots and the gloves. So we'll start with the boots.
Collection
Okay,
log slot.
number 2. Oh wow,
Completed.
back to back. That was easy. 2 runs, 2 successful crates. That's awesome. Now we get the gloves. Not
Collection
only is
log
this an
slot.
unlock, but this will be
Completed.
great for thieving master farmers for getting a chance at seeds. The way it works is if you have the full set, you're guaranteed to get duplicate seeds, and for each piece it gives you some sort of an increased rate. I want to say they're each worth 20%, but I'm not sure if it's linear like that. Decent defensive bonuses as well. Alright, trying it out. Haven't even gotten one thief, one pickpocket yet. Okay, there we go. Hard to know with these multiple seed drops if we're proccing the rogue's outfit or not. Although if we turn off the game filter, we'd be able to tell. So I think I'm getting a 30% chance here to double my loot after checking the wiki. That doesn't really help with the failure rate. That's a whole separate issue. We got a couple of pickpockets off there.
Completed.
There's 64 thieving. We can now steal from the lizardman chests. 73
up.
farming for
Completed.
lantadine. Okay, I'll take another herb unlocked. Another birdhouse run. This one will give
Level up.
us 59 hunter. That allows us to upgrade to U-birdhouses. Okay, that's why I brought you. I need another craft. I always forget. It's different with the crafting. So it's 59 hunter, but you need 60 crafting to make the U-birdhouses. No worries. Let's see what we got in the bank. So we have some diamonds. We can
Level
make
up.
into jewelry.
Completed.
That's 59 crafting. So actually we didn't even have 59 crafting. I just completely forgot that you need crafting for birdhouses as well. We are really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, getting out the opals, jades, red topaz, basically done with all of our gems. Let's see what else we can make. Anything in here? And a few more opals. These will definitely come in handy for Slayer, having expeditious bracelets and slaughter bracelets. Okay, what else can we find in here that we can get a little bit of crafting XP from? We do have 168 buckets of sand. Do we have any seaweed or soda ash? We have 27 soda ash from mining volcanic ash. You get occasionally a few soda ash, so okay. Why don't we start there? We have some Zeretian fabric, which we can also get some crafting XP from. This was just picked up as we went for the Xerix talisman, so can't wear it. It's a higher tier, but it's not really worth the alchemy either. And I don't think I can do anything with this odd last piece of fabric, but okay. Do we have anything leather? No, we don't really have any leather. But do we have cowhide? We do. 150 cowhide. Okay. We can make some leather items, get some crafting XP from that as well. I know this is a silly excursion, but I was just like, I was so excited to move up to U-birdhouses. Like, I gotta just get the crafting level now. So let's take a look at the crafting skill guide. Maybe there's something we missed. We can craft silver. We can do battle staves. What else? I guess there wasn't anything there. Okay, we do have 30 molten glass. That's not nothing. Craft a few unpowered orbs. 52.5 XP each. This might even get us the level. Okay. Now we're truly at the bottom of the barrel. I have moved on to cutting limestone bricks. Why did I have limestone in the bank? Your guess is as good as mine. Still not quite there yet. Okay, we have some silver. This is actually a legit crafting method. We'll craft some tiaras. 52. It's 52.5. That's the same as unpowered orbs. That's interesting. All right, this is definitely going to get us the level. Okay, 1 or 2 more tiaras, I think. So hard to tell. The green bar is finishing. There it is. 60
Completed.
crafting. Green dragonite chaps and U-birdhouses. Amazing. We can go back to our birdhouse run. Now we can actually make the U-birdhouse, place the U-birdhouse, and fill it with seeds. And And higher tier birdhouses have a better chance of a higher yield. Or like on average, they'll give you more bird nests. Item event gave us beekeeper's gloves. And if we open up the collection log, we should be getting pretty close to finishing up the random events. Yeah, we need one more item from the beekeeper event, and then obviously the stale baguette. Alright, making a bunch of iron darts here so that I can use them for mostly slayer purposes. My clicks are not very good right now, but they'll get better soon, don't worry. As I make these iron darts, should be getting a level any moment now. 60 fletching. I can make addy arrows. Cool. A hard clue here. I don't know what the chances are of being able to finish that. There's some areas I can't go to, some equipped clues I can't do. Oh, we did it! We got the casket. Okay, let's see what we got from this hard clue. That's another equipable item. No way. Okay, it's our second blessing, the Ancient Blessing. Doing some Konar Slayer at the Cal fights for the moment, and I actually have 2 Brimstone keys. So I wonder if those can drop me anything good. I don't think they give much in the way of Herblore. But there's 59 Slayer. I want to say that unlocks something. No, it does not. Okay, let's see what we can get. First of all, for a task, 160 blood velts. Sounds good to me. And let's see what we get from the keys. Rune plate and rubies. Okay, and there's our first superior. I don't usually see the regular Bloodveld Superior, because in the main I was always fighting the mutated version. That's a nice, easily safe spottable task. About halfway through now. Certainly have a lot of HP or defense or something. It's taken me quite a while to kill it, although it could be that I'm using iron darts. Okay, there we go. 2900 XP, that's amazing. Nothing too crazy in the way of loot. As I'm safe spotting these Bloodvelds, I'm about to get a range level.
Completed.
There it is. 76 ranged. At our next task here, Fire Giants. Another safe spottable one in the Isle of Souls dungeon. Although it's a little trickier to safe spot here, but it's doable. 60 Slayer. We have achieved our goal. I don't need to train Slayer anymore because now I can kill Aberrant Specters. So basically the plan, once I've gotten the other unlocks and I'm just working towards Herblores, Birdhouse run, Herb run, and then in between when I have dead time, is just sit at the Aberrant Specters and try to get herbs and herb seeds. A little tithe farm here because I would like to get the herb sack. Especially if I'm going to be sitting at Abbey Specters for a while, it won't really make sense to do that without an herb sack. But it also looks like I got a level here, and I would say that's 75 farming. We can now grow magic trees. Awesome. Okay, I don't have enough points yet, but a couple more games and I will have it. Seed box might be nice too, but I don't think it's worth my time right now. Okay, there we go. 250 points. That ought to be enough. Okay, wait, it's red. Why is it red? This is the dumbest mechanic. Not only can you not use the herb sack under 58 Herblore, you're not even able to buy it. So I gotta go train a little bit more Herblore before I can even get this thing. Luckily, I have some big supplies, making some more compost potions. That's 57 for magic essence if I ever get to Fairy Tale Part 2, and some prey pots. And that is 58 Herblore, which unlocks the herb sack and hunting mix, which I don't anticipate making anytime soon. There it is, a collection log unlocked, and a very useful one at that. Herb sack is in the inventory. Okay, so let's use all these hard-earned prayer potions at Abbey Specters. Now let's see how that goes. So we teleport to the house, we use one of our handy-dandy portals to Fenkenstrain. Actually, I'm not sure which is closer, Fenkenstrain Castle or Salve Graveyard. Maybe equidistant. Now the question is here, I've got 16 4-dose potions, so what's that, like 20 3-dose potions, something like that? 16 times 4 is 64, 20 times 3 is only 60, so it's like 21 3-dose potions. Can I get 21 Renars in the time that I use all these prayer potions? That's a real question. I guess it's possible if you count Renar seeds, although I'm not sure that they're that common there. We'll see. If you're wondering why I'm not going directly to the castle, it is because I almost made a big mistake and didn't bring a nose peg. Lucky for me, there's a Slayer Master right here. I can buy one from, I'm going to say him. I have no idea of Mastane's gender. I don't know the agility level for the shortcut, so I gotta run all the way around. Okay, that's such a hassle. It's really, like, obnoxious, the route to run all the way around to the stairs. I'll show you that I'm angry and sad. And make sure to put on the nose peg, and here we go. Oh my gosh, those hands are big when you look at it from this angle. I never imagined the crawling hands to be that big. Here we go on our walk of shame. We need to train more agility. Oh, mysterious old man, what do you want? Okay, a maze. Well, let's see what we can get from this maze. I don't know why, but I've never been very good at these mazes. I think sometimes it's tricky for me to see the doors amidst the maze. And also you can't see the full maze at one time. But I see a lot of videos where people are getting 70, 75, even 77%. I think I'm usually under 70. Not by a ton, but under it. I think, and tell me if you feel the same way, but to me, it feels bad no matter what percent you get because it's impossible to get 100%. It feels wrong that it starts counting down for 100% immediately. There's some theoretical max loot that's just not practically possible to get. Kind of wish the 100% was for a tick perfect run. And then you could be like, oh wow, I got 90% of a tick perfect run instead of 90% of some arbitrary number. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being salty for no reason. Okay, we did make it, and we got some coal, feathers, and death runes. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know if there's anything in particular I was looking for from here. You don't get herbs from mazes, so as things go, it seems like it's not bad. Coal's always good. Okay, we made it upstairs. Now we need to run around to the Abbey Specter's room. We gotta go through the infernal mages and I want to say bloodvelds? Necrials? No, necrials are definitely on one floor above. Yeah, bloodvelds. Okay. So luckily these guys are not aggroing me at all, so we can just get ready to pray mage for when we head into the Abbey Specter room. Running out of run here. I should have brought a super attack and strength. That would have made sense. Anyway, let's see how viable the kills are here. Not like in the zeros I'm seeing. Okay, there's a hit. Yeah, this might not be quite as good as I imagined it would be, but we'll give it a good try and test it out for a bit longer and see how it goes. It's hard for me to tell if I'm even making progress here because it's starting to heal. I'm still doing damage here and there, but I'm really not sure this is going to work. Maybe we could use range or mage. We'll keep testing. But we should at least use some attack and strength pots. Well, that's a letdown. I will keep trying it. Like I said, I'll let you know if it works or not. With this hunter level of 60, I think I will call the episode. We made it up to 58 out of 78 Herblore, so we still do have 20 levels to go. That will take quite a while, but primarily it's going to be farming. So even if the Abbey Specter thing doesn't work out, we'll be all right. We will find a way. And I'm actually about to go on vacation, so I will probably just log in for herb runs here and there, and so we'll see how many herbs I stack up by the end of it. And as I leave you off, I will show you a few back-to-back hunter levels from birdhouse runs in case you haven't seen enough of that this video. Enjoy.